Welcome everyone. This is Debbie Mayberry with National Kitchen and Bath Association. You're here for our final webinar of the month on design software. Today's session is called Why Now is the Time to Embrace Guided Design for Your e-commerce store. Nizam Youssef is with us. He's the product marketing manager at Digital Bridge, and he is based in Manchester, UK. And Nizam, we are ready to get started, please. Thank you so much. Oh, and one more thing I just wanted to say, thank you so much to Painson for generously sponsoring our webinars for the month of November. And Nizam, we're ready. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for having me here today. I'm thrilled to be being given the opportunity to speak to your members and to have been included in the NKBA webinar series dedicated to design software, again, which has been kindly sponsored by our sponsors, PaintZ. To everyone who's joined the webinar, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I believe we have attendees here from across the US, as well as from other areas of the globe, which is fantastic to hear. Thank you all for joining the webinar. As Debbie mentioned, I'm Nizam Youssef, Product Marketing Manager at Digital Bridge. Before I start, I just want to say, excuse my terribly Northern British accent. I do hope all you can all understand me clearly. As I said, Digital Bridge is based in the city of Manchester in the United Kingdom, which at the moment is drizzly, gloomy, and dark as it's just past 5 o'clock in the evening, with the winter season well underway. Unfortunately, we are currently in lockdown in the UK. So you're not joining me from our trendy, bright Digital Bridge office, but from my cozy home, warm office in a town called Bolton, just outside of Manchester. But none of this is going to stop me from sharing the information I have prepared for you today. Again, as Debbie mentioned, I just want to let you know that the webinar is being recorded and will be made available after it is finished. So if you do wish to make any notes, please do. I don't want to stop you, but don't worry if you miss anything, as the recording will be shared by NKBA following the webinar. At the bottom of each page, you'll also find my email address and the Digital Bridge web address. So feel free to drop me an email with any queries, or you can visit our website, www.digitalbridge.com, for more information. Okay, so let's crack on. So as I mentioned, I'm Nizam Youssef, Product Marketing Manager at Digital Bridge. I'm responsible for positioning, messaging, and conveying the unique value our tool can deliver. So Digital Bridge is a UK-based retail tech company working in the digital software space. We've created a guided design tool for bathroom and kitchen retailers, the technology used by DIY and home decor retailers to help them guide their customers through the entire process of creating a dream bathroom or kitchen. Today, I'll be talking to you about why now is the time to embrace guided design for your e-commerce store. Hopefully, as I talk to you about guided design and go through the slides, you'll discover how guided design can transform the way consumers buy a bathroom or kitchen online, how guided design can help retailers create compelling experiences and improve a customer's buying journey. And finally, how guided design helps bathroom and kitchen retailers engage customers earlier in the buying process and helps them accelerate their online revenue. By understanding each of these points and discovering why embracing guided design for your e-commerce store is key, you'll be able to see why without guided design, it's difficult to capture the attention of a buyer when they're looking for that spark of inspiration online and that push to start their bathroom or kitchen remodeling plan. And you'll also find out why guided design could be the answer to helping your customers design their ideal bathroom and kitchen. Finally, as an incentive for joining me today, I'll be sharing with you details of how you can grab yourselves these 4 invaluable pieces of content. All of these books have been put together by my colleagues and I after speaking to some of the biggest home decor and DIY retailers in the US, UK, and Europe. And we've also spoken to specialist bathroom and kitchen online only retailers, i.e. those who sell products without brick and mortar physical stores, as well as tradespeople and those responsible for customer interaction, example, kitchen and bathroom installation specialists and designers. And most importantly, we've put these books together through discovery sessions and one-on-one user testing of our guided design tool with individual bathroom and kitchen buyers, i.e. the end customer. As an organization, we've done a lot of testing and iterations to develop the category of guided design within the design software industry, and you'll be able to take this information away with you after the webinar is over. So without further ado, here we go. First of all, let's start off with why we created guided design. To do this, ask yourselves the question displayed on the screen. Does this sound like you? We understand that bathroom and kitchen retailers feel certain pains that stop them from delivering exceptional customer experience and restricts them from capturing their online audience. Some of the pains you're looking to overcome and objectives you're looking to meet may include your customer expectations are not being met online. For example, they can see the bath, vanity, shower, or full suite, but cannot visualize it in their bathroom space. They can see a shower, what it looks like when they go into a store or look online, but they don't know whether it will be too big or too small for their room. There's also a lack of education from customers. By this, we mean customers don't understand installation costs. They don't understand what will fit in their space. Customers don't understand certain products do not work with particular items. For example, wall-hung toilets. This is a big problem we see in the UK, for example, where modern and wall-hung toilets are modern and minimalistic. But what people forget is that there's a mounting frame that goes behind in the stud wall that's also required, and that's going to require a lot of work. So it's that sort of education that a lot of customers don't understand. And as a result, educating customers could reduce returns or inquiries, as well as negative surprises when installation begins. Retailers also want to build a loyal customer base. To do this, they need to improve customer happiness and engagement, increase brand awareness, improve customer satisfaction, and build trust, which all generates loyal customers. You also want to improve customer conversion, solve those customer problems fast and in a pleasant manner. Drive in-store customer footfall from your online store, if that's an option. If you've got multiple stores, or if you've got a store and then also an online presence. You also want to create more consumer leads and shorten the sales cycle. Offering new experiences and an easier way to do things is also on top of the agenda. We all want to provide innovative technology. We want to join that Uber trendy tech scene, with the cutting edge technology. And we want to push the scope of the business to bring it into 2020, 2021 and going forward. We also want to utilize augmented reality, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, all the words that we see banding around today. How can we do that? We recognize these problems you're facing as a business, but there's more to this. To understand this, Digital Bridge took a step back to look at the bigger picture. Why are these problems happening? Why do these frustrations and anxieties exist for consumers? And how can we help retailers help their customers get over these hurdles? We now live in a world of frictional stratification. What does this mean? So, it's a world where consumers demand a frictionless experience. This seismic shift is driving success and failure in the retail world. To understand these, let's look at a few examples. Uber. In the old world, you'd order a taxi, wait for a while in anticipation of its arrival, and then you'd go to your destination. You couldn't comment on the journey, otherwise the driver wouldn't be happy, and you'd accept the quality of the service or their lack of it. Today, you simply summon an Uber via your mobile or cell phone, and in a few minutes, your ride is there. Drivers are usually friendly to ensure their ratings are impeccable, and both the driver and user are happy. There's Amazon. Previously, you would find a store when you wanted to buy a product, drive there when you're free, and then make a purchase. Now, millions of people across the world simply order via their phone and even get their items delivered in an hour if they live in particular areas. Finally, there's music. Previously, you would find a CD, purchase it, and then play until you got fed up with the same music. Now you can simply ask Siri, Alexa, or any other smart device to play the songs you love instantly, changing to a new track or genre at your will. In putting together this jigsaw of consumer expectations, we call this shift frictionless gratification, and today it has become the norm. This is a shift that's driving success and failure in the retail world. So how are winners reducing friction to get this to get to the customer? Netflix removed the need to go to Blockbuster to pick up a film. Originally, when Netflix started, they sent a DVD to your door, and then slowly they developed so that they can provide a streaming service on any device almost instantly. By this, I mean minus the the wheel of doom that buffers when you lose internet connection. Spotify and iTunes, for example, pioneered legal digital downloads, and Spotify made listening even more friction-free by giving us streaming. CDs are now irrelevant, as are high street music stores, although many people still swear by vinyls. Amazon, whether it's next day delivery, whether through Prime, cashierless convenience stores like those in the States called Amazon Go, or voice shopping through Alexa. Amazon is constantly innovating to remove friction from the retail experience. In comparison, Toys R Us is a very visible evidence that older retailers are struggling to remain relevant, but a ripple is being felt across the landscape. Take Dollar Shave Club, for example. They went away with competing on number of blades uh, that existed between Wilkinson Sword and Gillette, and instead introduced a subscription model which makes remembering to buy a new blade irrelevant. Wayfair have proven that consumers are willing to pay for big ticket furniture items without first being able to touch and feel them. And on the other hand, IKEA's augmented reality app lets you see how their products will look in your room from your mobile device. All of these innovations have resulted in a failure of the laggards, who have simply refused to accept change and innovate. So, what about the world of home decor and DIY retail? What about bathroom and kitchen retail? We all know that bathroom and kitchen buying journey is long, complex, and full of friction. Where do you start? What if this happens? Who can help? Who else needs to provide input? You also get to you also have to consider everything that's on your screen. So like decisions, measuring the room, research and inspiration phase, layout phase. We're going to need expertise. Who's going to do the installation? There's so many steps a consumer needs to take that it's not surprising that a majority of consumers just simply choose to give up, delaying the inevitable until they reach an inflection point where where things stop working, i.e., like a broken cistern, faucets, or cracked vanity units, force them to make that inevitable change. But does it need to get to this point? Does the journey have to be so complicated? Today's bathroom and kitchen buying experience has been designed for a world that no longer exists. Frictionless gratification is the new norm. It's time for home improvement retail and bathroom and kitchen retail to change. Okay, as I said, as it says on my profile, I do like a gift, so there's some in here. In the UK, this point is what we call the penny has just dropped moment, a moment where you begin to understand something that can resolve all the problems you're facing. The problem is, as a retailer, you might be trying to get your customers to buy more, but when the customer is online, before they reach out to you or anyone else, they're simply confused. So we thought, what if we could build a tool that removes friction from the bathroom and kitchen buying journey entirely? What would customers expect from this tool? We realized after speaking to him that what customers really want is to be guided through the design process. They want to start designing and visualizing their new bathroom or kitchen before even stepping foot into a store or talking to a specialist. They don't want to appear uneducated when talking to a bathroom or kitchen designer. They want to share what's in their mind and be confident that they can achieve their desired result of a dream space. They want hyper-personalized designs and recommendations based on their room shape, budget, preference, lifestyle, and taste. Is it going to be square, rectangle, L-shaped, or does it have unusual angles or features? Do you want modern, traditional, minimalistic, or anything else? They're not the same. They want the same level of support, hand-holding information, and confidence as from a professional designer, but they want it online and they want it now. They also want the ability to collaborate easily with family, friends, installers, and in-store designers, people who make the final decision. At the end of the day, it's got to be right for everyone. And finally, they want a seamless and personal experience, whether at home, at work, during their break, on the move, or in store. Complications create anxiety, and they just don't want to do that. Stepping back and understanding all of this is what gave us the idea of guided design and the reason to build each of the features we have within our tool. Instead of forcing consumers to go through a long and complex process, guided design proactively leads them through the journey. So you become the guide. Customers should never be left on their own to figure out functionality or be unsure of what to do next. Instead, they should be given proactive guidance on how to complete a task efficiently and get validation on the choice and designs. Be relevant. Consumers can often get stuck with the sheer amount of options available. Guided design will reduce the number of decisions wherever possible by asking questions, understanding consumer preferences and needs, and only offering relevant and context-specific products. Always there, a customer should be able to start, progress, complete, and confidently purchase their project, whatever suits them, online, on any device, or in store. They should be offered the most relevant experience, functionality, and content to suit the context. By doing all of this, you can work towards delivering compelling consumer experiences, drive sales revenue, and wow your customers with innovative technology. Here are a few examples of retailers using the tool, our tool at the moment. So this one is launched on the B&Q website in 2018. Plan My Bathroom is the first web-based, mobile-first, consumer-focused bathroom design and 3D visualization tool. Designing can happen at any place and at any time. We all know that. And we built Plan My Bathroom to work on desktop, tablet, or smartphone. Using pinpoint room measurement tools to generate an accurate floor plan, B&Q customers can paint walls, tile floors, add products from their extensive product catalog, and when they are finished, everything is brought together in the cart to make purchasing quick and easy. Not only that, the designs can then be printed with all the details needed to ensure a bathroom fitter can install everything needed to achieve the end result. Over 1 million bathrooms have already been designed by their customers using the tool, with B&Q seeing a significant increase in conversion rates and average order values. If you Google B&Q Plan My Bathroom, you'll be able to find the tool and have a play with it yourself. So it's something you can do after the webinar. Similar business, Castorama. So this is another operating company for the same parent company as B&Q has. They've got a similar tool as well. Products are slightly different, taking into a consideration localization. For example, in France, washing machines are traditionally kept in the bathroom, whereas in the UK, they're either kept in the kitchen or a separate utility room. There's also a higher demand for bidets in France than in the rest of Europe, which means accounting for this space is key as well. If you read and speak French, you can Google Castorama 3D Configurator, where you'll be able to find a tool used by Castorama customers. All of this has helped us deliver the following results. The parent company, Kingfisher, who commissioned the tool, has reported doubling of online conversions. So customers who have used the solution are more likely to buy than those who do not. A 3 times increase in average order values. So consumers are spending more as they are able to visualize the end result. And finally, the tool has halved the time it takes a customer to purchase a bathroom, which for the retailer means shorter lead times, as well as more sales. For the third largest home improvement retailer in the world, the tool has definitely delivered results. So what about US retailers? Just like everyone who's joined here, we're all majority are from the US. So, well, what I'm happy to say is that our guided design tool will be coming across the pond at the beginning of 2021. One of the largest home decor and DIY retailers has signed up, and they'll be providing a guided design bathroom visualization tool to their customers via their website. Unfortunately, at this moment in time, I'm not able to tell you who they are, but keep an eye out for it and keep an eye out on our website because we'll be sharing those details in the new year. Over the last few months, our team has been busy creating 3D models of vanity units, bathroom suites, faucets, linen and medicine cabinets, as well as lighting and tiles from their extensive catalogue. US-based customers will soon be able to see firsthand how guided design can help them design their dream bathroom. How are we able to do this? Well, DigitalBridge is a VC-backed tech startup developing design software to address the problems faced by bathroom and kitchen retailers head-on. Whilst retailers trust us to deliver the tool, VC backing and a strong 40-member team of highly specialist and skilled colleagues provides us the structure and stability, knowledge and experience needed to ensure more retailers across the world can take advantage of guided design. In addition to this support structure, we have an immense focus on consumer research. Our user experience team spend a lot of their time understanding the psyche of the buyer through one-on-one customer sessions and discovery sessions. Through these user research and product testing sessions, we're able to understand how a consumer performs tasks and achieves goals. Not just that, we also help them in the design phase and the whole bathroom journey. We focus on understanding user expectations, behaviors, and needs. This ensures all product design decisions benefit the end user, which in turn benefits the retailer. We also run regular product testing sessions to make sure each feature is usable, accessible, and enjoyable. We test on multiple old and new smart devices to ensure the product is not constrained and delivers the same results on any device. And finally, by doing extensive user research, we know that guided design will deliver what consumers want from bathroom and kitchen design software. We don't make decisions on development of our guided design tool on assumptions. They're purely made on what the consumer is looking for. Here are just some of the additional findings you might find interesting. Um, seven, take, for example, 75% of consumers have an idea of their budget before they remodel. This means that customers are strict when setting their limits and appreciate what they can have and what they may be out of their budget. 58% of consumers don't change their bathroom layout, which means majority of customers stick to the existing layouts of the bathroom. They look for similar sized appliances and will locate them within their space within the same space. What this figure also shows is that just under half of all the consumers, I think that works out as 42% of all consumers, look for a new bathroom, when they're looking for a new bathroom, are looking to be inspired in using their space. They want to use their space efficiently, and it shows through consumer research. People also care more about faucets and tiles, and in the US, it always starts with vanities. What this list of bathroom buyer user insights shows is that consumers have a good idea of what they want, but need a guide to help them achieve their dream bathroom results. Just so you know, all of these facts and more can be found in the books I will share with you at the end of the webinar. So why is now the time to embrace guided design? Why is now the time to embrace guided design for your e-commerce store? While the pandemic may have been unfavorable for some consumer product retailers, for the DIY and home decor retail industry, there has been a surge in demand in e-commerce spending. More consumers today have been lining up outside stores for click and collect and ordering online than ever before, with some DIY and home decor retailers declaring their highest sales year to date. Overall, US consumers are expected to spend nearly 710 billion on e-commerce in 2020, which is an increase of 18%. In the UK, that figure is 79 billion, and across Europe, that's 717 billion euros. And again, those are increasing this year. With the most popular festive e-commerce spending days coming this weekend, we're all looking forward to Black Friday and the run up to the e-commerce fueled festive shopping season. I wouldn't be surprised if these analyst predicted figures are surpassed. In the DIY and home decor sector, for example, Home Depot reported its biggest rise in sales, 23.4% in at least 2 decades, as a demand has surged from consumers stuck at home. Their bitter rivals, Lowe's, have seen their total revenue surge 30%, with website sales soaring 135%, as the pandemic has pushed more customers to shop online. With the demand for DIY and home decor increasing and people looking to spend their vacation and luxury good funds on their homes, the increase in spending on bathrooms and kitchens is surging. As a result, when thinking about the long term, you can see why everything you have heard so far about guided design is more relevant to bathroom and kitchen retailers today than ever before. So how can guided design transform the way consumers buy a bathroom or kitchen online? Once upon a time, a home decor and DIY retailer was happy if they had an e-commerce store. Just showing their products online and having a photo of a bathroom or kitchen was enough. Today, a website is your storefront. It's your automatic door that refuses to close, and it's wide open for customers to wander in and out 24/7 when they require inspiration or are ready to purchase. Customer experience is fundamental, especially when high-value purchases such as bathrooms or kitchens are concerned. And getting this right is key to driving engagement and revenue. With changes in consumer behavior and shopping habits, as well as monumental shifts in the way people shop following the 2020 pandemic, retail is changing again under the guise of a new normal. Here and now, as well as tomorrow, technology will play a massive role, and home decor and DIY retailers will need to adopt to meet customer expectations. Consumers are looking for a place to express themselves and bring their ideas to life. They want to see the ideal bathroom or kitchen as near as close as possible to the real deal before they purchase. It's like when you go and purchase a car and you want to do a drive test so that you can see what it's going to be like every day. Consumers also want to see the same when they're purchasing a bathroom or a kitchen, but they still want the guidance and helping hand like they would getting in store when they're designing online. Just as a side note, I just thought I'd let you know this was a good fact I learned a few days ago. Did you know that 8 out of 10 consumers stay away from Amazon when they're looking to design their dream bathroom or kitchen? Why would they do that? I asked that question myself, because as great as it is for buying post-it notes in bulk and buying your necessary veggie spiralizers, when it comes to making a decision as about bathrooms and kitchen, it's all about experience driven and not transactional driven like Amazon. Anyways, if 3D visualization is made complicated with tools that are more suitable for designers rather than consumers, these potential consumers will bounce and won't return. So providing a tool that's easy to navigate, they'll adopt and show loyalty, bringing their social network with them when they post photos online after their remodel is completed. So how can retailers use guided design to create compelling experiences and improve the customer's buying journey? Today, the way people shop online and in store, the choice they have and the customer experience they expect is more focused on being consulted and educated than simply being presented with options. Bathrooms and kitchen buyers are no different. Searching for inspiration online, finding out what the layout works for best for their living space, comparing products, and then visiting a retail store or transacting online is the way people shop today. Previously, brick and mortar stores, and specifically the bathroom and kitchen showrooms within those stores, would have been the storefront consumers would have been presented. However, today, half of all customer journeys start online, whether that's through Pinterest, through Google image search, and the first impression they have of what bathroom and kitchen products you have to offer is what you show visitors to your website. Some might feel anxious about what I've just said, but these are signs of our times and an indication that physical and digital channels should be aligned to offer an interconnected customer experience. While in-store specialists and designers can meet design requirements face-to-face, achieving the same online can be difficult, and delivering it through omni-channel customer experience can be super complex. It's why we have invested time to create a guided design tool that helps retailers meet customer expectations, and it's at the same time educates them and helps them reduce any anxieties they may have with high value purchases. Finally, how can guided design help bathroom and kitchen retailers engage customers earlier in the buying process and help them accelerate their online revenue? There are 3 ways guided design can help increase your sales. Number 1, customer journey optimization, starting with engaging customers at the inspiration phase. Number 2, improving customer experience by simplifying decision making and shortening the sales cycle. Sometimes providing too much choice and not enough personalization can overwhelm customers, which can negatively affect decision behavior and lead to abandoned projects. And finally, number 3, by driving up average order values. Instead of consumers coming to you just for a bath or a vanity or a faucet, by providing access to a guided design tool, they will use your entire catalog to build their bathroom. So this means it will drive up your average order value. Now, having shown you why embracing guided design for your e-commerce store is key, I'm quickly going to finish off this webinar by sharing details of a few features of our guided design tool. I won't show you a full demo as we have limited time today. However, on the last slide, I will share a link that will give you access to a 15-minute demo, which you can watch at your leisure. So first things first, when you design a layout of a living space, you need to start with a floor plan. And with our guided design tool, that's where you start as well. It's exactly where customers would begin. Rooms designed are only as good as the accurate dimensions provided. So with our floor planner, customers can enter room measurements numerically or simply drag the room shape to match their requirements. Whether the room is square, rectangle, L-shaped, or any other odd shape, as designers and fitters, we've all seen various different types of rooms, and our floor planner feature enables the customer to create accurate dimensions of their living space. Customers will never again experience the design block of starting from scratch when they use our auto design feature. As the customer answers questions, shares details, this profile data that we build and the tool accumulates, as well as the floor plans, allow you to recommend room layouts based on everything you learn about the customer and their requirements, which results in room layouts created for the customer. Our room visualizer is also available in 2D, 3D, and in 360 degrees. 2D visuals are great for seeing a bird's eye view and for sharing with installers and fitters. 3D is the default setting, so it's great for designing online and moving things around the room so you can clearly see what it could look like. And the 360 visualization feature allows you to immerse yourself in the room and see how the room will look as you move around the room. If you're using a mobile, you just hold it to your face and just move it around the room, and it'll move with the room. The auto configuration feature, which we have built, makes it easier to create a bathroom or kitchen design plan that works for all your customers, regardless of their room and size or shape. Depending on the space and configuration of the room, the more suitable options are chosen, ensuring the correct variation of the products are selected for the consumer space without any friction. Detecting when a placement is unsuitable, AutoConfig notifies the consumer immediately. So, for example, if they try to place a shower in front of a window, it'll tell you, no, you're not putting it there. You're going to have to move it. We only show products that are compatible with the room dimensions and with each other to ensure customer satisfaction and to reduce the number of customer returns following a transaction. AutoConfig also makes designing a bathroom or kitchen easier and quicker, encouraging sales, reducing lead times, reducing the possibility of returns, and driving up the average order value, with the design tool suggesting products which the customer may not have thought of previously. Using our AI product recommendation tool, you can match your products to your customers. We use AI to understand what inspires customers by analyzing content that the customer has suggested. Based on the information submitted, we then recommend similar or matching products within a similar layout. Using the AI analyzed information, we bring a retailer's product catalog to life by recommending products that match the consumer's profile and preferences. Suggested products are all kept within the constraints of the budget and preferences, ensuring that we only serve up products that are most likely to encourage a sale. To further develop this tool, our research and development team is currently working on an idea that would allow consumers to upload images into our AI-driven product recommendation engine, which would identify floors and walls to extract feature products and dominant colors, and then create similar scenes within the confines of the consumer space using the retailer's catalog. Our aim here is to give customers more of what they love and not what the retailer wants them to love. Finally, our guided design tool allows large number of customers to rapidly get from first landing on your website to buying their dream bathroom at scale. This ensures those customers who don't want to speak to a design team immediately can easily convert, whilst freeing up that design team for the customers who do want to, who need them the most. So basket integration. Your customers will be able to find inspiration, design their new bathroom, visualize the new space, and purchase their dream bathroom directly from the basket without needing to speak to any third party. We believe that the best way to increase revenue is to ensure as many consumers as possible can easily and quickly design their dream bathroom. That's why we're consumer focused. We're mobile first. So nearly 70%, we've found that nearly 70% of total engagement with our customers is on a mobile or a cell phone. So we've ensured Digital Bridge is just as delightful to use on older phones, tablets, or laptops as the latest smartphone devices. Digital Bridge uses AI to guide consumers through that journey, hiding the complexities that because the consumer really doesn't need to see, and simplifying decision making, leading to increased conversion and again increasing average order values. Finally, before I finish, I'm going to show you a quick video to recap everything you've heard about guided design and Digital Bridge today. So let me just press the play button here. Hopefully you can hear my volume. Sorry about that. I was trying to play it twice then. So as a recap, I hope you can see now why now is the time to embrace guided design. Um, just showing you again on this screen one of the slides I shared earlier. With guided design, you'll be able to guide, so give the proactive guidance to consumers on how to complete a task efficiently and get validation on their choice and designs. You'll be able to be relevant, so by reducing the number of decisions in the buying journey wherever possible, by asking questions, understanding customer preferences and needs, and only offering relevant and context specific options. And you'll always be there. A customer should be able to start, progress, and complete and confidently purchase their projects wherever suits them, online or on any device or in store. They should be offered the most relevant experience, functionality, and content to suit the context. And when you put all of these principles of guided design together, you'll inadvertently improve customer experience, increase sales, and drive innovation in the process, resulting in customers who are happy with their dream living space. As promised, here are the details of where you can go to download these 4 free ebooks. Just visit the link www.digitalbridge.com/NKBA webinar 2020. Be sure to give them a read. And if you have any questions, drop me an email, connect with me on LinkedIn, or contact us via the website. And yes, that's the end of the webinar. Debbie, I'll hand back to you for now for any questions you may have from our webinar attendees today.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Nizam. That was really interesting. I appreciate that you walked us through and gave us the background on why this would be something that, people would be looking at. So we do have lots of questions.
Thank you.
I'm just going to jump right in. That was a great presentation. So this is kind of, a lot of people are asking similar questions, but we'll just jump right in. So Rhonda says, since the service will be offered by large home improvement companies, how will this service benefit the smaller kitchen and bath business? And then the second part of that is, how will the cost of the service for large home improvement compare to the smaller KMB business? So 2 questions there.
Okay. So what we found is there's 2 levels here. We have designers who already utilize, for example, the B&Q Plan My Bathroom tools. So they'll recommend products that are they'll go directly to B&Q and say, this is the design that we can do using the product catalog that they've got there. Yes, we currently do target the larger retailers, but we're also working with 2 or 3 smaller retailers at the moment within the UK to help create a tool that's right for them, because they'll have less of a product catalog. The number of people coming to their site will be less, and their requirements will be less as well. So we're looking at that option at the moment, and we're working with retailers, and we want retailers like that, like the person, I do apologize, I didn't catch the name, has mentioned, and we want to speak to those retailers because we want their views on what they want from this tool as well, so that when we're developing that tool for them, we can ensure guided design is available to both large retailers and smaller retailers.
Okay, someone is just writing, thank you very much, Nizam. Someone was just writing here that the download doesn't accept Gmail addresses. Do you know anything about that?
I will have to check with our marketing designer.
Okay.
We'll make that change, and we'll ensure that it does accept Gmail. I do apologize for that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely going to send out this link when I do my follow-up. So we'll just keep going with the questions. Thanks for checking on that. And let's see what else. So this has been a big question that I've seen a lot going on here in this chat, but will this service remove the interior designer from the design aspect of kitchen and bath design?
So it's a great question, and we get this asked quite a lot. So the way we see it is, before someone arrives to an interior designer, they already have an idea that they want a bathroom or a kitchen. They want to speak to, they want to share their ideas. And most people, when they start, they'll start with, searching for bathrooms on Google, so looking at Google Images, or they'll end up on Pinterest. And we know that a lot of people will join Pinterest and look through all these different types of images, and then they'll have an idea of what they want. And then to get that idea, they'll go to a perhaps look on a retail site and look online. So what we're trying to say is they may use this tool before they come to an interior designer who can then be that guide. But there's also a huge number of consumers who don't want to speak to an interior designer, interior specialist immediately, and will just process their bathroom journey all online. And it provides both those journeys. You know, if they want to speak to a designer after, they can do that as well, and perhaps share their printed versions and share the logins so that they can see the same bathroom design that the consumer wants. So rather than it just being a how do I say it, a whole list of ideas that they have in their head, they can actually show the interior designer, look, this is possibly what we want. How can you help us?
Okay. So it's a preliminary step.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So let's see. Doris said, "What to the is asking what to the average cost of a bath or kitchen? Who installs these DIYers?" Let's see. Looks like this is basically for people who want to remove and replace um, and not reconfigure their whole space. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah. So as I said, some of the research that we've found, it shows that because consumers are unaware of the ability to move their products around the bathroom. You know, you might have a bathroom which has got a three-piece suite and you don't have a shower, separate shower at the moment, and you think that you can only put these three things in these three places, and that's all you can have. But with they don't realize that they could fit potentially a shower in as well. Now, that's some of the reason why people uh, don't move their bathroom layouts, and that's what we've tried to do with the auto config tool in our solution. So basically, you would enter the details of what you need, and then it will suggest ideas of where you could put it. So you could potentially see a shower in there, if you know what I mean.
Okay. And so then Rhonda, this is Rhonda again. How does this guided design service compare to designing and guiding, say, using 2020 designer chief architect? Any thoughts on that, Nizam?
Yeah. The way we see it is this is more of a consumer tool rather than a designer tool. Um, with with certain products in the market, there's too much complexity. So when you say, for example, if you moved a bath from one side to the other side, now what the consumer doesn't know is that the bath will have to have different panels. So instead of having a right hand panel, you'll have to have a left hand panel. Instead of having taps on the right hand side of the bath, the taps will have to go on the left hand side of the bath. Now, with our tool, if you move the bath will automatically change to a right hand sided bath. If you move it to the left, it'll change to the left. Now, with certain tools, that's difficult to do because you have to have the knowledge of someone who's been in that tool, and it's more of, I would say, it's more of a CAD light tool, whereas ours is more of a consumer based tool that people could get stuck in, can visualize it, and it takes away all the complexities. You don't need to show the waste pipe details and all that. Those things will automatically get added to the basket, ensuring that it works for the retailer, but also works for the consumer. So we've removed what we say is all the complexities that are behind designing a bathroom, which a lot of consumers find difficult.
Okay. So, but this also works for someone that wants to design a kitchen as well.
So it's something that at the moment we've focused on bathrooms, but we are talking to kitchen retailers as well, who have coming to us, and again we're working with them to design this tool. So again, as I said, if there are people out there who are looking for a tool for the site, and if it's kitchen or bathrooms, please do get in contact with us, because not only do we want to provide you with a tool, but we also want to work with you to build a tool that works for the retailer and for the consumer.
Okay, that's good. So what you're saying is you'd like to hear their opinions of the
Yes,
people
it's
that are
it's
here with
it's
us
it's
today.
it's something that we're very set on, we work with the consumer, the end consumer, we work with the retailers, we worked with small businesses and big businesses, because we want to find out, we want to make this, we want to go from the old experience to the new experience. We want to give this uber tech sorry, I'm eating my own words there. We want to give them this new technology that enables them to meet their customer expectations.
Okay. There's lots of questions, so I'm just going to keep going. So,
Keep going.
so,
Yes.
so Ariel says, are you saying that designers should join a retailer, or should a designer be a retailer also these days?
I think it's we're not saying a designer should become a retailer. What we're saying is, um, obviously, designers are going to recommend products from someone's catalog. Now, if, for example, let's just take, I'm just going to take an example, B&Q. If they were to go to the B&Q site, they could see the whole catalog of products. They've got products that they can recommend and potentially use that tool to help make this journey easier. And what we're not saying is designers need to become a retailer. They've got their skills. But what we're saying is they can use the tool to help their consumers with this design, and they can share those details with the consumer.
Okay. And Rhonda's saying, she says, I can see this as an additional tool for DIY clients that enter their own design and purchase their products, utilizing our catalog directly, and they don't want to go through a designer. But so then she says, well, who inputs all of the product? So how does that work?
So what usually happens is when we work with a retailer, or when we're starting with a new retailer or existing retailers as well, when they say, for example, they have 400 products or 500 products, they'll have variations of different products. So what we'll do is we'll either design the 3D models. So each individual product is designed. So we have 3D designer. I speak to him daily, who will create these designs and create these items in 3D. Or if the manufacturer has these designs already, we can consume those designs. But it also depends on the formatting and everything, which it's something a lot more technical. But what I do know is we can design this internally, and at the start we just upload all those into the system, and then as and when a retailer adds more products, because every year the retailer will add new products, take away old products, and those can be updated as well
Right.
through
So
that.
their catalogs, are updated, like you said.
Yeah,
And
so it can actually link, it can link through to the retailer as well, and the retailer can send us the details, or we can design those as well.
okay, so I know CAD programs work that way too, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So then Doris wants to know, so we're talking about products right now. So products are only part of the process of budgeting. The larger part is the installation, and the architectural permitting, et cetera. Does this work for custom projects like that?
So what happens is once the whole design process is done, someone can print off a design pack. Now, in that design pack, it will show you right hand elevation, bird's eye view. It'll show you the measurements, and it'll show you the full list of products that the person has selected. So what it allows the installer, so the consumer can take this to an installer and say, this is the bathroom I want, this is the design, and these are the dimensions that have been printed, and they can then use those details to then design and install the bathroom. Unfortunately, we don't, because each retailer will have different costs as well in terms of installations. We don't do that, but if they, what we can do is include sections within there that they can ask for an installer within the organizations to reach out to them. So if, for example, you were a consumer, went online, designed the whole bath, and included the option of an installer, then the retailer can then be prompted that this person wants an installation from the retailer as well, and they can then reach out to them to arrange time and date for when an installation can happen and agree a cost.
Okay, thank you. So you've talked a lot about working with big box stores, and I'm wondering, do you also work with smaller retailers, or?
Yes, so we're currently working to develop a tool for smaller retailers that allows us to consume. So as I said, if you were to take a B&Q, for example, they'll have thousands of products, whereas a smaller retailer will have maybe say 200, 300 products. So we're looking at producing a solution with smaller retailers that, perhaps it's not fully branded to them, or is just a tool that's on their site that people can access to their website, which shows less functionality maybe, but is suitable for a small retailer. So we're working to develop that, and it's something that's on our roadmap for 2021. And what we're doing at the moment is reaching out to small retailers. We're speaking to several in the UK, and we're also looking at the US retailers as well, small retailers, so we can speak to them, understand their requirements, and build a tool that really works for them with the guided design principles in place. Because to us, we see it as guided design is the way forward. 3D visualization has always been there, but it can be complicated, and customers might not understand it. But with guided design, the whole principle is we take the consumer, we hold their hand online, and then we'll either help them bring them into store or allow them to purchase online.
Okay, so that helps very much. There's still some questions here, as an example from Melissa. So, how will individual designers actually use this tool? I'm not sure that you addressed that.
I think individual designers have used this tool, say for example, in the UK by going onto the B&Q site, using the tool to design a bathroom with, say, perhaps a consumer who's doesn't understand or how a bathroom is laid out, and they recommend and design the whole bathroom for them, and obviously the cost is then delivered on there, but we were also asking these designers to get in touch with us to understand how we can help perhaps develop a tool for them as well.
Okay, and then so of course the big question always is there a fee? What is the cost? Do designers who refer people to this particular type of, I guess it would be however your product works, because you're working a lot with retailers. But
Yeah.
does the designer get a percentage? I mean, how does that structure work? That price
Um,
structure? Can you
I
share
guess
that?
I guess what I'm
Maybe
trying to
not.
say is, yeah, no. What I'm trying to say is the designer would use the product. So those products are available via the website of a retailer, and they would suggest perhaps they design it and then show it to their consumer. I guess the way our pricing structure works as a business, it varies depending on the retailer and the size of the retailer and how many products they've got, and how many visitors they expect to their site, and how many people they expect to use the tool. So it totally varies on how many people they expect to come to the site. But from a designer's point of view, if you were to use all of, say you were a UK designer and you went onto the B&Q website, you could design a bathroom that's, perhaps one of your clients wants. You've got the dimensions from them, and you could design it on their site and then show them that, and then you could suggest, oh, this is what the cost is going to be of all the products, and this is your design consultancy fee, which you would add on based on your own requirements. So it's not a tool that constraints. So for example, if a US retailer was to have it, you could do the same.
Okay, so you actually have to work. A designer has to work with a retailer. Is that correct?
Yeah, so it's not directly with the retailer. They just use the site tool that already exists. So the retailer wouldn't charge anything, obviously, because they're using an existing tool that already exists online.
So okay, I understand that. So let's see. So if a designer goes onto the retailer site, uses this software, um, that a designer gets some type of a percentage for, helping design the bathroom, since we're talking bathrooms right now, but I know kitchens is coming.
Um, I
I'm not
think
sure
what
how that works. It's kind of,
no, I think I'm a bit confused about the question, because this tool is design. It's been created for retailers.
retailers.
Now,
Yeah.
if I was, say, for example, I don't want to name any retailers, but if I was a US retailer selling bathrooms online, I have a tool that I'm offering my consumers who visit my site, and they can use the tool to design their bathroom or kitchen. Um, if a designer wanted to use that tool, they'll be constrained by the products that the retailer offers.
Got it.
But it's an easier way to do it. So really, it's anyone can go online, so onto a retailer site to design that bathroom.
So if a designer actually had a retail site, let's say, they
Yeah.
could also purchase and or rent this software. Is that correct?
It depends on whether they've got the product or not. It's
Okay.
all based on having that collection of
That
bathroom products is
catalog
required.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think we've pretty much gone through the, oh, wait, here's another one, another question. Do you provide manufacturer specs for all the products that you sell so designers will know how the products work with the existing electric and plumbing? That's from Louise. Good question.
So the details that are provided by the retailer to us for the products, so the measurements will be provided in the design print that we showed, and those details are passed on now. To get more into the details, you would have to look up the product descriptions and specifications on the retailer site to get those full details. But obviously, having a whole list of um, details of all the products the person has added to the catalog will allow you to find those products easily. And obviously, our design print that comes with the final design allows them to find those solutions easily.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't see any other questions here at this point. So I want to thank you so much, Nizam, for your time today, and to thank Painton for their generous sponsorship for all of our webinars, and to thank all of you out there in the audience for being with us today. And
Yeah,
again, thank you again, Nizam.
yeah. I just wanted to say a final on a final note. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone at the end of this week. I believe it's at the end of this week, isn't it?
It's Thursday. Yes,
Yes,
thank you.
it's this week. So happy Thanksgiving from everyone here at Digital Bridge, and thank you for joining us. We hope everyone has a enjoyable and safe festive season. And yeah, thank you for having me today.
Okay. Well, thank you again, and have a wonderful day. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Take care.
Take care.
Bye bye.